Hi guys, I'm back up here with another message for the rise of the feminine. Haven't done these in a minute for a while. As of right now, I'm just being guided into doing these readings, but trust me, these readings are still out here, right? Anywho, this is a message for the rise of the feminine, okay? This is a channel message. There ain't really no cards. Also, bear with the kid. There's dogs in here. I don't know if they're gonna bark or anything like that. Anyways, this is for the rise of the feminine. Remember, take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys and start the discussion. As well as just going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective, okay? So the channel message for the rise of the feminine is women choose, men decide. I repeat, women choose, but men decide. So that being said, while being out here in the world and understanding, and let's say you're desiring love and things of that nature, yeah, you got the ability to like choose who you want, but your partner that you choose, they decide if this is going to be a thing, or this is going to work, how far, or the kind of like the gauge of shit. That's facts, you know? So understanding the concept of knowing your roles. You know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy here. How do you even, while dealing with people, you know what I'm saying, dealing with relationships and things of that nature, how do you even get, I guess, quote unquote, I don't want to say decided on, but kind of like that, you know? This is that type of energy. Your purpose and being a helpmate is what's going to help you get to those kings and queens, and those, if you're looking for a ring or something, like wife status, marriage status, union statuses, right? Because there's a difference between a girlfriend and a wife. There's a complete difference between that shit, right? But all of that has to do with work and dedication, right? But understanding, as a woman, you choose your partners, right? Especially when it comes to your opposite counterpart. But your opposite counterpart, your male, the man, decides what this is, right? And depending on the actions and that and behavior that you're on, is the I guess determined factor, right? Factor if this man is going to go long term with you, right? Or if this is going to be a short thing, or this, that, and the third. That's facts. And most people might not want to hear that truth, but that is that truth. Woman, the woman chooses, but the man decides what the course of this, of whatever this connection that you have between you and this man. You know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy of really understanding that. In the moment that you understand that, it's about the wands that you're doing within your relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can be I don't know, cute, a trophy wife, or, you know, that kind of mentality. You know what I'm saying? They can pick that. That's all over the world, right? What makes you different and what makes you valuable to a man's life is what you are doing in a man's life. Getting out of that being a quote unquote cheerleader into a helpmate, a teammate, right? Hence, that's the next reading. But anyways, from a cheerleader to a helpmate. Right? What's a helpmate? Helping your mate get to where they gotta go. So this is that type of energy here, investing in oneself, self-development, learning about oneself, right? As a woman, right? Because as a woman, you need to understand your influence. I don't feel like a lot of us women really understand. I feel like I'm looking at, I got bags under here. Sorry, y'all. It's like a mad shadow, bro. Anyways, oh well, it's not about what I look like. Get the fucking message, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. As a woman has a lot of influence. A lot. Like a lot, right? And there's karma to that. You know, if it's used wrong, right? This is that type of energy here as a woman, using your influence for the betterment of your partner, right? Understanding how to use your influence to help build this man up, to help this man in more ways than one, right? Because love ain't enough. The way you look ain't enough. kid, right? That's going to be the deciding factor if this man is going to move forward with you, right? It's the wands that you are doing. So that being said, if you're able to get your partner, right, into understanding themselves, right, or showing them some other shit, right, helping with, I guess, supporting their dreams and admirations, right, the shit they trying to do. Also purpose driven overall, being purpose driven, right? Not only for your partner, but most of all for yourself, right? This is that type of energy. You being on a purpose, you being of service, you steadily being dedicated to your walk, you steadily being dedicated to who you are, right? This is what is going to be the determined factor within this man's, I guess, eyes, I guess to say in quotation marks, if we going long term or not, right? Those realms of complete long term commitment go to those like true loving long term commitments. Damn, I feel like my speech is all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. It's gonna take some time, but it goes for those who's women that are that 1%, like Solomore. I said Solomore. Yes, Solomore. Shout outs to him. Immortal Mindz, basically, y'all. What he was talking about in one of his videos. But shout out to him. Check his channel out. His channel's called Immortal Mindz. Conversations with the soul. He'll put you on and help you get closer to to understanding yourself, right? A good tool to get a more grasp of the world around you, a more grasp of the world of yourself as well, right? But back to the message, it's about you understanding your role, understanding how powerful you are. But at the end of the day, the man is going to decide if you the deciding factor if this is going to move forward or not. You're going to have to know that you can choose a mate. Make sure you choose wisely, right? Because this man is the deciding factor if this is going to move forward or not. And not only that, your wands, your actions, the shit that you are doing, it's going to be the deciding factor if this is going to be long term or not. Okay? If you're not even a helpmate suitable, if you're not even in a position to help your partner, and ain't nobody talking about financially and all this good stuff. Yes, that all comes to play and all that, but that's not the determined factor if it's short or long. The determined factor, and I say short or long with quotation marks, right? Because life's life, and you go down the course, and who's supposed to be there will be there, and who's not, so you want to keep that broad opening for that, right? But in this case, your wands, your actions, you being purpose driven, you being of service, right? Think about the Proverbs 31 woman. She's working, y'all. If matter of fact, yeah, give me a second. We're going to get that out of there. We're going to read the description of that. You know what I'm saying? The description of the Proverbs 31 woman. I was not playing, but this, it really matches the situation, because that's the determined factor of if you get chose or not. Honestly, that's just facts right there. You know what I'm saying? If you and I just seen like 444. I was turning this, so I'm right on track. But yeah, that's literally the determined factor if you're gonna get chose or not. The Proverbs, yeah, here we go. Let's get that. Let's read let's read the description of what this type of woman is, right? So you can have a better understanding and a better grasp of what this is, okay? I've read this before, but we're going to read it again, right? Right. Okay. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is worth more than precious rubies. Her husband can trust her and she will greatly enrich his life. Right? So going back to being that helpmate versus being a cheerleader, or more of a teammate versus being a cheerleader, right? Yeah. So you bring more value than yourself. You got to understand with relationships, y'all. You can't just show up as yourself. Like, what I mean by that, if all you got is a cute face and a cute bod, right? That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna last. That's gonna, once again, that's that determined factor. If this is gonna be short term or long term, you're gonna have to bring more than that. And you can't even bring just pinnacles to the table, because that's not what this is built upon. If this is a union, right? If we're building unions here and we're looking for true unions here, it's going to have to be purpose driven, purpose based, right? Right. So this is that type of energy in these moments in time. Let's keep moving forward. She will not hinder him, but help him all her life. Yeah, it goes back to you out here walking your walk, and you're able, you got to understand, man, being a purpose driven woman, because I can honestly say that, right? I got too many wands and too much pinnacles manifested in my harvest to not know that y'all know how it goes. But as being a woman of that, right? There's no days off. There's no days off at all. We ain't just chilling. We out here touching people. We out here doing things. Not only that, being a service to the world, but also being of service to our partners, right? So this is that type of energy. As we are in this space, we're understanding that it's over relationships. It's not even, it's beyond relationships at this point. It's more about the kingdom. And being the Proverbs 30:31 woman, she's all about the kingdom. All about the kingdom. Okay? Let's keep moving forward. Alrighty. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship. Yeah, merchant ship. She brings her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. She goes out to inspect a field and buys it, right? With her earnings, she plants on vineyards. Okay? She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She watches for bargains. Her lights burn late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread. Her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household because all of them have warm clothes. She quilts her own bedspreads. She dresses like royalty in gowns of finest cloth. Her husband is well known for he sits in the council meeting with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs with no fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and kindness is the rule when she gives instructions. She carefully watches all that goes on in her household, and does not have to bear the consequences of laziness. Right? Let's stop right there. Let's read that one more time. Does not have to bear the consequences of laziness. As a woman, you're here to be a helpmate suitable to your partner. And being a helpmate suitable to your partner doesn't mean being, yes, this submissive wife and this, that, and the third. And so that all comes into it. But just because you're submissive doesn't make you qualified as a purpose woman or the Proverbs 31 woman. You know what I'm saying? And I was just watching this video by Solomon, right? Immortal Mindz, basically. He said, man, like, yo, we can't be looking for cheerleaders. We have to be looking for teammates. This is that type of energy here. If you fuck up, right? Let's say your partner fucks up, right? This is that type of energy. What I mean, fucks up with the quotation marks, right? What I mean by that is, he could, you know his potential, and he's kind of at his lowest. It's kind of like, no, I don't want to say that, because that's not what I'm meaning. What I'm meaning is, let's say your partner comes home, right? And okay, he comes home with I guess grades, right? With a grade card or something like that. This is a weird analogy, but he got all C's on the grade card, right? This is that type of energy, knowing this man's potential. It's about you, like, coaching him up, like, man, I know your potential. You got more in you. You're smarter than that, and this, that, and the third, and ... right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. Let's get those C's from C's to that B range to that A range, because we're out here aiming for more. We're aiming to be better, right? This is that type of energy. There was like a video, I don't know if it was like a Tyler Perry like skit or something, where it was like a man who was getting ready to do some like press conference or some meeting or something, and he was kind of doubtful, and his wife cheered him up and it's like, bro, who are you? Like, who are you? You are this, that, and the third. You have the ability to do this, that, and the third. That is that Proverbs 31 woman. You got to be a helpmate, y'all. Being cute, being submissive, being all of this different type of stuff ain't enough. Ain't enough. Submissiveness is a piece, is a quarter of it, right? That's a given, right? But the main characteristics is you're gonna have to be a helpmate. There's a difference. Remember, women choose men, but men decide. Women choose, but men decide how far this is gonna go, if this is gonna be short term. And your wands dictate if this is short term or not, right? Right, let's keep moving forward so we can wrap this reading up, because I got the next message for the masculine, right? All right. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last. But a woman who fears, okay, in this case, the Lord or God, purpose, right, will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise, right? So with that energy here, a woman of purpose is going to move differently. A woman knows that it's not about the relationship no more. It's about the kingdom. It's about the kingdom of God and how God is in y'all's partnership. This is that type of energy. If God is not in your partnership, you dealing with a fling. That ain't no relationship. It ain't. If God ain't the center of your shit, it ain't no relationship. It ain't no union. Those are just flings. We just hanging out. Right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. To wrap this reading up, remember, ladies, we choose, but the man decides. Okay? All right. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all readings are not for all. Sorry, guys. Remember, all readings are not for all. They're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you can DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as drop a comment down below. Let it hear from you guys to start the discussion. as well as it's going to share these vids, man. This gets this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? I want y'all to have a good night, and bye-bye.